Alright guys, the Civic has a hood again. It clears that wastegate, which is sick. Anthony over at Gap Tuning has the downpipe flange, and he's going to make me a up pipe. Just put a hole in the hood, and then I have a screamer pipe for the wastegate too. We'll make another hole for, so we can have all the flames coming out the hood. And today is the day that this almost becomes legit.
Yeah.
Because it's taco time. Alright, so this is the Taco intercooler. I bought this one, it was $10 more, but the the intercooler's black, and I like that. So, yeah. Carefully. So this is the same setup that's on Shane's Integra over there, which, by the way, made 221 wheel horsepower. So this is why we're doing this, because I'm not going to accept that. This has to make more power. So, assuming we were right and the map sensor would stop it at 10 to 11 psi, I think we can get more than 220 wheel out of it with this turbo and that boost. But the deciding factor there is going to be that head gasket that's already unhappy with me and those rods. So, we're either going to make more than 221 wheel or we're blowing this thing up.
Actually, the pull after that, it made 223.
Oh my god. Alright, 230 then.
230? Yeah, sure.
Oh, we gotta pull my my stupid air box out of there.
Oh yeah, the water thing.
Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so, being that this is the exact same kit that's on that Integra, but this is an EG and that's what this kit is designed for, the throttle body's the right size, so that went together a lot easier than it did on the Integra. Yes, we have a blow-off valve port, and you guys know how I feel about blow-off valves, but a friend of mine gave me a blow-off valve a long time ago that I think I'm going to put on it. Made by a pretty nice little company. Perhaps you've heard of them. So, not a big deal. Go Fast parts for my Go Fast car. Guess we'll get to mocking up the other side and see what we're doing. Some people might say it's smart to keep your washer fluid, but for one, that's already not connected, and two, if you're driving fast enough, rain won't stay on your windshield, so stop being a pansy. How about that? Really convenient. Good lord.
No.
It's fine. Here's how to get your Honda's engine bay looking fly. Sport JDM. So this is brought to you by Sport JDM. If you're not JDM Sport Style, you ain't shit. I'm not insulting anyone. That's just their commercial.
Oh, okay.
They paid me $20,000 to say that. And you take the fender guard out too.
You could almost afford an EG hatch with that.
Almost. Here's how to make your Honda look even more fun. Tools, overrated. Fenders, roll them. God damn. Oh no. Nice and close. You'll find that sometimes in removal you make slight adjustments, but we have tools to fix this. Great time to roll your fenders. Oh, sorry, paint. Alright, given that this is an eBay kit, not everything fits right all the time. We had to modify Shane's a fair bit too, and we're modifying mine now, but I'm just going to cut this down a little bit, and I think that's all we need to do, really. sure it's still in the turbo.
Yeah.
Alright. And that's where it's going. Alright, dope. This out of here. Alright. Sick. Make sure we got marks. We don't really. Take a little off the top. We're using the more skids trick now. Peanut blubber, but only chunky. I don't f with that creamy. Sorry, I've been working on cars long enough. I've eaten plenty of road grime and coronavirus.
Yeah.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Is the peanut butter there?
let's do that. Alright, see how far you can keep twisting it. Alright, so this is the piece we cut. There's a little bit of burring that I'm just going to leave in hopes that it'll help keep this coupler on. But this bitch ain't coming off. Not on my watch. You ever seen like really high horsepower dyno videos? They spray this on the rollers so the tires don't spin.
Really?
Yeah. Stuff does not screw around.
So they put it on the dyno for your Civic?
Yeah.
I figured.
Like I said, really high horsepower stuff.
Yeah.
That ought to do it.
Yeah, that shouldn't come off.
I don't think so, yeah. Alright, let's go slam this together. See how much bumper we need to cut. Alright, she is on. That was a nightmare.
Yep.
We broke like 3 or 4 of the clamps because, you know, eBay, but this looks sort of questionable, but not any more questionable than its original intercooler setup was.
Yeah.
So now we're going to try and put the bumper on, see how much bumper we're going to have to cut out. I think it's going to be a lot.
Yeah, probably.
Let's give her a shot.
Oh yeah, this plastic right here just hits right on the intercooler.
The grill plastic?
Yeah.
Got a clean EG lip for sale if anyone needs one. It had to come all the way off. So I don't have much bumper left, but I still have some bumper, which is better than a lot of turbo Civics. So, alright, I'm kind of starting to see why the eBay boys don't run bumpers. But we have a solution. I've seen drift cars before. So, bumpers on, mostly. We're going to throw my fancy boy gritty blow-off valve on here and not plumb a vacuum line to it, because I just need a hole plugged, and then we'll take it for a rip. not going to be too hard on it because it's still just on the previous tune. A lot different turbo and setup. I'm a little concerned about the blow-off valve. As I have every right to be.
Yeah.
We have 0 pounds of boost. Alright, if I'm being frank with you, I don't really know how a blow-off valve works. I haven't watched enough of the Engineering Explained series on it. But my theory is that maybe the manifold pressure, as it's reading it, uses it to resist it opening, and then when the throttle body closes, that's what all the excess pressure in the intercooler piping forces it to open. So we're going to cap it and see if that does anything. Alright, the classic screw in the vacuum line trick. It definitely should not be spinning that much, but you know.
Yeah.
Beggars can't be choosers. Let me start it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well guys, we tried. I need to order a blow-off valve, block-off plate, or a gasket, or something. I'd prefer a block-off plate, because you know how I do. But thank you guys very much. Alright, well, yesterday we turned the Civic on and no boost happened. Which, for sure, still has a lot to do with this, but when I looked at the flames in the video that Shane shot while I was two-stepping it over by the shop, fire was coming out of the wastegate at idle while we were making no boost. And I was like, now hang on, that's wrong. So I figured that I probably lost the little ring seal when I switched manifolds and turbos, and then I found this ring seal on the ground by the Civic. So I guess that explains that. We're just gonna pop that in real quick and then I guess take it for another test drive. See, the problem with it being full gimbal mode is getting it to point down is kind of a nuisance. But yeah, it is. So we'll pop this ring seal back in and then make sure the gasket in here looks okay, because I have another one just in case. But I don't think we were having any issues getting it out the wastegate. It was just that it was all coming out the wastegate all the time and shouldn't have been. Alright, we got it ready. The camera's about to die, but I'm just going to fire it up, let it warm up, and then we'll take it for a quick spin. Yeah, it's still leaking a lot. We're making a few pounds of boost, but only at second and third. It's stopping at like 3. Alright guys, well, we make boost now, just not a whole lot of it, so I gotta get a gasket for the blow-off valve, but at least the wastegate's situated now. Hopefully the gasket will be here before this weekend and we can take it back out to gap tuning for the dyno again. Shane's Integra made 223, this made 220. Oh, you do. So now I need 224. So, yeah, thanks again for watching everything. You already saw the outro. Peace.